Hello, elementary art students. This is Mrs. Fandre here. You might be thinking, Mrs. Fandre, you're Miss Bennon. Well, I actually got married this summer, so I have a new name. Isn't that exciting? It sounds kind of like a baby deer, a fawn, a Fandre. That's my name, Fandre. It's French, so it's a little different than my other last name, Bennon. But if you call me Miss Bennon, that's okay too. I'll respond to it. So today I'm making a quick video to go over what art is going to look like virtually this year. All right, so I have a little sheet to kind of help keep me on track. And the first thing on the list is the lesson. You know, every week when we come to class, we learn about something new. It could be talking about lines or colors. It could be talking about Vincent van Gogh or Frida Kahlo. It could be talking about how shadows and silhouettes are different from one another. So we talk about a lot of different things in art. So that's always going to be the lesson. I might share a video. I might show some pictures. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's going to be kind of fun to mix it up every week. So the first thing that we're always going to do is the lesson. The second thing that we're going to do is the project. Now that's the best part, in my opinion, is where you get to make things. So be it a drawing with markers, or we're going to use rulers and pencils, or we're going to use paint or clay, which I have some videos in the future to how to do that at home as well. You're going to make projects at home, which is really fun, and it's a good thing that we can still do that at home, no matter where you're at. You can do some art. The last thing on the list is new for everybody this year. It's coloring sheets or sketchbook prompts. Now, last year, everybody did coloring sheets, and I had a big box full of them, and people were grabbing them and having a good time doing that during free time. But this year, I don't want people going around the room and touching lots of things because we want to keep everything clean. So for my pre-K through first graders, we're still going to do a coloring sheet idea, and I'm going to be sending home packets that have something that looks like this. They have all sorts of art topics in them. So the first one says art on it, and we're going to talk about this in a second. But there's things like line, and there's things like shape, and you're going to fill one of these out a week. I know it's going to be really tempting. You're really going to want to do more of them a day, but the whole point of these for my pre-K through 1 friends is to really take your time and do neat coloring, okay? And each sheet has different writing on it to maybe go over with your family at home and read through together. So for example, with this one, our very front page, you can see there is a circle here that kind of looks like a pie. And there's a letter in each one. Now, each one of those letters stands for a color. So what color starts with the letter R? Red. Red would be our color that goes in this pie shape right here. And then O is orange, Y, yellow, G for green, B for Bennon, blue, and V or violet. So all of those should be colored in with that color that's in each of those pie pieces. And the other 2 things to point out here, do you see this happy little circle up here? If you look really closely up at the top, it says warm. Do you remember what your warm colors are? We talk about them every year. The warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. I knew you knew that. It's like a warm campfire, right? And at the bottom, there's this cloud looking shape, and it says cool. Do you remember what your cool colors are? Maybe? It's green, blue, and violet. You guessed it. You know your colors. You're rocking it. So this shape down here should be with just cool colors, and this happy little circle should be done with warm. These are the colors that we talked about here, and everything else is kind of up to you. So I really want you to do a neat job coloring. That's what we're practicing. We want to make sure we have nice, slow, thoughtful coloring, because I know that can be hard sometimes. All right. So this is for pre-K through 1 for grades, and my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders are going to be doing something very, very new this year. I'm excited about this. We're going to be doing free time sketchbooks. All right. So we'll talk about decorating the cover the first week a little bit more, because that's what the project or the free time part of that is going to be. But you can put your name and your class code. Remember, it's the grade you're in. So 2, second, 3, third, 4 for fourth, and then the initial of your teacher. So if you have Mrs. Paynault in fourth grade, it would be 4 dash and the letter P. All right. And the inside cover, it has a whole bunch of ideas if you are trying to come up with something to draw and you don't know what to do. Because after we finish projects, you use one page to do a free time drawing. So the inside cover has lots of ideas for you. Some of those ideas are draw more things that relate to what we learned today. So if we learned about cave art, maybe you want to draw some cave art. Maybe draw thin and thick lines, shapes, make up a new pattern, draw things overlapping, so one thing in front of the other.
Sarah, please call extension 4201.
There's still announcements at school. And the whole inside cover has lots of ideas. The very bottom one says, don't like any of those ideas? Get a suggestion from a table mate. So maybe you have a brother or sister, mom or dad, grandparents at home that can give you an idea of something to draw. And this is just for practice. So I'm not expecting a beautiful, perfect thing. It's just to get you warmed up and kind of get you thinking about other things to draw. All right. Every week, I'm going to have a new idea for people to try if they want to try something that Mrs. Fandre suggests, but it's really up to you. Okay. So that's the free time after the project for second, third, and fourth grade. All right. So the last thing I need to touch on here is that I would like you to actually turn in projects. So if you are in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, or second grade, you are using Seesaw. So I'm going to be posting a project folder in there to take a picture and put it in there so I can see it, so I can grade it and look at it, maybe leave some comments for you to see how things are going. And if you're in third or fourth grade, you have Google Classroom. So I will be putting a folder in there for that week's project, okay? If you must, you can also email it to me, but that's kind of a last resort because sometimes I don't know whose name goes with which email and which email goes with which student. It gets a little confusing for me and it takes a little bit of a while. But if you need to and you want to pause the video here, you can. My email is Fandre, Fandre, the letter M, and then at waterloo.k12.wi.us, okay? And you can also email me if you have any questions or concerns, or maybe you really need crayons that you don't have at home. We can always be in contact with each other, and if you're like, Mrs. Fandre, I really need this supply because I don't have it, I would be happy to zip up a bag for you, write your student's name on it, and you can pick it up in the office whenever you're able to pick it up, okay? That goes for these packets for our younger folks and our sketchbooks for our second, third, and fourth graders. These are going to be in the office for you to pick up at any time. So if you want to call and let us know ahead of time you're coming in, or they'll be in the office and you could just say, hey, I need a sketchbook for my second grader, third grader, or my kindergartner needs the coloring sheets. They'll be in the office and you can just pick those up from there. Okay. Again, any questions, comments, let me know. I'm so excited to be trying this virtually with you all this year. It's going to be a fun time. All right. Hope you're having a great day and we'll talk to you later.